Hello folks, welcome to Desperado Van Adventures. Hope you're all keeping well. You can pause and have a wee read at that. I'm at Malahide, very close to Dublin in this one. And this is Donna Brian's Carpark we're staying in. I googled it, I googled Donna Brian's and I couldn't find anything on it. I was just curious why they called the Carpark Donna Brian's. Anyway, that's old Desperado there, and there's Trigger mounted on the back of the van, ready for action. So we're right beside a little jetty and the Malahide Yacht Club. Now it does get busy down there. There's a lot of boats and people swimming and people crabbing, as they call it, catching crabs. I just happened to park with my window overlooking the pier, the jetty, and I was able to, it was pretty entertaining, people catching crabs and windsurfers and guys launching boats. So this is the road up into the town from the stopover. It's called Cave Strand, and we're going to go up there now. What we're going to do is go up under the bridge into the town, and then we're going to go up to the beach. Now the beach isn't great. It's like a river running into the estuary. That's where all the seawater comes into this estuary, just up at the beach. But if you walk around a bit, it's more sandy and you can swim. This is where we're going here. That's the car park. So we're going to go right along this road, the coast road, Cave Strand as they call it, under the railway bridge, and then right up through the town to here, and then we're going to take the little path along the side of the beach, and then we're going to come out onto the road again here. Just a short distance up the road there's a car park, so we're going to go up in there and I'll show you the beach, and then we'll make our way back down again. So this is us going up Cave Strand towards the town, towards the railway bridge. That's the railway bridge. And then just up here a little bit there's a set of lights. There's quite a bit more to the town. There is a castle, but unfortunately I didn't get to see the castle. But I've got a wee bit of information on it for you later on in the video. So we'll go straight on here to another little jetty where you could launch your boat. But it is a busy street here, and it would be tough enough trying to reverse in there and launch your boat. This is it coming up now. And that's it there. It's a good wee slipway, but as I said, a busy street. You would have to hold up the traffic to get your boat reversed down in there. So we're heading up, and this is where we leave the road and take the path along the side of the beach. So we're going to do a bit of shoulder rubbing here as I cycle along the path. It looks like I'm going fast, but I'm not really. I've fastened up the video, so I do take it very easy going past people, just in case they would walk out in front of me. So we come up to the end of this path, and we're more or less on the road again, but I took the footpath because I didn't think it was going to be far up to turn off, and it was right. It's only up past this tree here, the turn off for the car park and the beach. Now I heard someone saying you can stay in this car park, but there's a barrier on it. If you have a very small van, or if you're in a car car camping, you probably could, you would get underneath the barrier. But now I'm not sure whether you can stay. I think I heard someone saying somewhere on Facebook or something, someone said you can stay in here. I didn't read the signs or anything. So no swimming on this part of the beach, but if you walk on up round, you'll see it's calmer there. I think you can swim there, but just obey the signs, because there is a very strong current in that inlet that fills up that estuary, so be very careful. I wouldn't even attempt it, to tell you the truth. So here we are in the beach grassy area, and there's a sign for the beach itself. As you can see, it's not a fantastic beach, but okay to sit if it's a nice day, okay to sit and look out at the boats. It looks actually a better beach across the way there, but to get there you would have a bit of a drive. So we're going to head back down again here, where I make a mistake. I go down this road to go back to the stopover. I should have turned right, but I went straight on, and I ended up overshooting Carpark, ending up further up the coast. Not that far from the stopover, but further up the coast than I intended to go. I didn't really mind, because that part of the coast further up is pretty nice as well. It actually takes you right up to the M1 motorway. So I went right on down this road, unaware that it was taking me past the stopover. So this is where I ended up. Similar to the road that took me from the stopover up into the town. A coast road with a grassy bank. So I went up here a bit, and then I stopped and realised I was in the wrong road. So I turned back, and there's where I went, right along there. But you can go, as I say, right along there to the M1. I think this actual place is called Seabury. So anyway, I turned back up the road, and then I seen this sign for Malahide, so I knew I wasn't even in Malahide. So there's a park here, and I went into the park, and there's a guy on an exercise machine. So I asked him. I knew I was quite close to it. It's actually in the distance there. So I asked this guy, and he told me if I go back out onto the road, turn left, and then left again, that'll take me to the stopover. So I went up to the end of the path, turn left, and then left again. And sure enough, that took me to the stopover. So I'll go back to the stopover, and then I'll tell you about the castle. I actually have a photograph of the castle, but as I said earlier in the video, I didn't get to the castle. Only stayed here one night. So back to the map again. If you go along the same way as we went to go to the beach, when you come to the first set of lights, instead of going straight on for the beach, turn right, and that'll take you up to the castle. So here's a picture of the castle. I think this is actually the back of the castle. It's not a great image, but it gives you an idea of what the castle looks like. They've created a few trails in the castle. There's the Castle and Gardens trail, there's the Ferry trail, and there's a Whiskey trail. And there's also a Botanic Gardens and a butterfly house. The butterfly house is probably in the Botanic Gardens because, as we all know, butterflies like the heat. Now another place you can go to is Paddy's Hill. It's a green area, but at the start, just there's a kids play park, so if you have kids, they'll enjoy an hour in there. And then you can go for a walk around the green area. Now that's really all there is. There's not much there other than grass and paths running through it. But there is nice views over the sea, and there's plenty of seats. It's a nice quiet area. If you're looking for a quiet area, that's the place to go. And by the way, Malahide won Ireland's Tidy Towns competition in 1991. Now this is the viaduct that the trains use to go across Broadmeadow Estuary. And unfortunately, a lot of years back, a train was going over the viaduct, and the driver of the train realised there was a defect on the bridge. So when he got to the other side, apparently he reported it, and the viaduct collapsed shortly afterwards. So it's very lucky it didn't happen while his train was going over it. So there's a little write-up about the incident that I found on the internet. Now these guys here down on the jetty, this is back down at Donna Brian's Carpark, and I parked so that I was just overlooking the jetty. And these people are catching crabs. And I don't know what to do with them, but they've a bucket there, and they hang a piece of string with a chicken leg on it. And the crabs like the chicken, so they grab onto it, and then they lift them out of the water and put them in the bucket. So that's what crabbing's all about. There's a lot of that going on down there. Now another thing that seems to be pretty popular around here is windsurfing. Now this is one of them contraptions where you stand up on this pole and you're actually above the water, and the sail pulls you across the surface of the water. So as you can see, there's a couple having a go at it. There's a guy holding on to the windsurf, and there's a girl swims across to take over from him. So she's trying to get up onto that platform, onto the top of that pole. For the life of me, I don't know how she done it, but she did manage. There's a photograph coming up here. That's it there. So she got up and she's away across the estuary. Right, so boats. These guys here, they launched this boat on a rope, just pushed it in, and then they have the rope to pull it out. But the problem is, if the trailer wheel, one of the wheels hits a stone, it turns sideways and it gets stuck. So these guys, they couldn't get that trailer out. Got the boat launched okay, but they couldn't get the trailer out. So it did go over, and there was another person there. So the four of us managed to get the trailer out. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I hope someday you'll get to visit Malahide. Bye for now.